I just want to let you know that when you are called to do something, when you are purposed to do something in life, you will have trials and you will have tribulations and adversities. The trials and tribulations that you go through are there for a reason. They're there to help mold you into a better person, to help strengthen you and build your character. And I know it's hard to realize that when you're going through something. It's hard to step out of self and really evaluate your situation and realize what it is that you're going through. But just know that it's not in vain. If you look back at all the things that happen in your life, bad relationships, losing a job, things getting taken away from you, who you are now. But you can't let those things overpower you. You can't let them break you down, because that's just how life is. And I know that sounds so cliche that, oh, that's just how life goes. But I mean, that's real. That's life. And you have to learn how to overcome and fight those battles that you are faced with every day, because they're not going to go anywhere. And with each lesson that you go through, you will continue to go through those lessons until that lesson is taught. So my advice is that if you're going through something, try to figure out what it is that God really wants you to understand and that He really wants you to learn. That way you can overcome whatever it is that you're going through. And overcoming those things doesn't necessarily mean that that situation is going to change. To me, I feel that you have to have the mindset that no matter if my situation changes, I'm good. Like, my situation can be the same as it was 2 months ago, 2 years ago, but as long as my mind is good, as long as my mindset is straight, then I'm good. And that's how you should look at it. I feel like that's where the real victory comes from. When you're able to overcome your problems and have the strength to mentally overcome them to where it doesn't cause you to be unhappy. And I had to learn that for myself. Depression is something that I dealt with for many years, and I had to change my cycle because suicide thoughts would come, or me trying to fill those voids with temporary satisfaction would come. And I had to tell myself that those things don't do anything. They don't solve my problem. So this time around, I just took things day by day, and I made sure that I changed the cycle of how I was doing things. And I noticed that each day I fought. Each day I pushed myself, even when I didn't feel like it. I didn't feel like doing anything, but I would force myself to do it because I knew that my life was important enough for me to fight for myself, to get up every day, to be able to move forward in life and realize that I'm always going to go through something, but I can't let that stop me from living my life. I can't let that make me unhappy. I can't let that stop my whole entire world just because something happened. And I realized that once I started doing that each and every day, and I started pushing myself, I noticed that my smile came back, my happiness came back, and my strength was just to the roof. I can't sit there and say that I'm not an overcomer, because I know everything that I have overcame. And it took a lot of strength, but once you get out of that depression, once you get out of that anger and find your happiness again, you start to realize that those situations that you went through were petty. They weren't anything worth you stopping your life for. I want to encourage you to just keep moving forward, no matter how hard it is, no matter how much is piling on in your life. You have to keep moving forward and realize that the sun will shine again. Realize that life is so much more than what you're going through. Let you know that I believe in you and that you should believe in yourself, that you can overcome whatever it is that you're going through. If you need to find me and ask me any questions, or just need somebody to be there for you, or somebody to vent to, just let me know. You can find me on Facebook at Loren So Real, or on Instagram at Ooey She Real. Thank you for taking the time to listen. Deuces.